Here we are with Matt Boyd from Nielsen at the eSports Travel Summit. Matt, what are you doing with Nielsen? Enjoyed your panel. Tell us a little bit about what's going on.
Yeah, so I am a director in our consulting group. We were kind of born out of our traditional sports vertical, but within the broader entertainment organization, our consulting group now supports esports, sports, and music. Most of our focus is kind of sports marketing and really sponsorship at the end of the day. So we work, two sides to that. On one side, we're typically working with brands who are looking to sponsor, whether it's a sports property or esports property or even a music festival or something like that. We'll help them figure out if that sort of makes sense based on their marketing strategy and what they should be investing. And then sort of on the complete flip side of that, we'll work with a lot of the rights holders and events themselves to help them understand what their assets are worth, how they should be packaging that up, and then taking those packages to approach sponsors to, help them commercialize, their events and properties. So that's the long and short of it.
Let's talk about a little esports specific events that you've been a part of. You
Yeah.
mentioned before the interview that you're working with Twitch. So some events that you've done with them.
Yep. So, yeah, Twitch has been a big client. We have started to kind of be a little bit more vocal about that and sort of broadcast our partnership. But yeah, as they sort of expand their footprint and operate, different events that they own, whether that's esport leagues or some of their proprietary events, we've started to help them, again, like I said, figure out what some of these assets are worth and how they should be kind of telling that story as they go to approach sponsors and build the kind of commercial program around that, around those events.
So Nielsen seems to be fitting in at a pretty high end in the marketplace. Is that correct, or do you have kind of some grassroots community relationships with orgs teams? Like, where do you fit in the ecosystem?
Yeah. I mean, we kind of work all throughout. So obviously, mentioned working with Twitch, but we also have a number of publishers that we work with as they sort of, not necessarily at liberty to kind of talk about all of those, but work with publishers as they start to build leagues around their titles. We are definitely looking to expand more into sort of the team space. So we have done a couple of team engagements here in North America, but that's certainly one space we're looking to grow our business, is help teams also start to think about how they approach sponsors and tell their stories. But at this point, we've kind of fit in at the various rungs. I wouldn't say grassroots, at the level that we just heard with some of the panels where we're working with kind of youth organizations, as far as I know, but we do kind of span the landscape at this point. So, yeah.
Now, what gets Nielsen out to events like this? What's top of mind for you when you're here representing your company? What's the mindset?
Yeah. This kind of came through our head of esports. I think she was kind of invited to just sort of talk at this event and asked if I wanted to participate. But look, esports is new and growing quickly. So as we look to build our business, it's important to be at events like these that have stakeholders from different corners of sort of the esports world. So it's really just kind of getting our name out there, but also trying to figure out where it is we can kind of help a lot of the other stakeholders and entities that are here, because I think we do have a lot of useful sort of products and a useful perspective as kind of an objective third party that's really anchored in a lot of the data that we're able to collect. That gives us a unique position to kind of help a lot of these stakeholders as they look to grow all of their individual businesses.